You are with the big story here. I'm Seher Zama. We're making a start with details coming in on how the fight to Delhi in the elections is heating up. And a statement that is coming from the BJP leader, Kapil Mishra. It sparked off a massive controversy. This is because he says mini Pakistans are being created by AAP, and this is ahead of the Delhi elections. Kapil Mishra went on to say there would be a showdown between India and Pakistan on the 8th of February, which is polling day, voting day for the Delhi elections, essentially trying to draw out an analogy between the BJP and the AIADMK party.
दिल्ली में जगह जगह मिनी पाकिस्तान क्रिएट कर दिए गए हैं। शाहीन बाग में जिस प्रकार से भीड़ ने सड़कों पे कब्जा कर लिया है, जिस प्रकार से लोगों को स्कूल नहीं जाने दिया जा रहा है, दफ्तर नहीं जाने दिया जा रहा है, अस्पताल नहीं जाने दिया जा रहा है, और फिर वो शाहीन बाग रिपीट किए जा रहे हैं। चांद बाग में कब्जा कर लिया गया है, इंद्रलोक में परसों रात से कब्जा कर लिया गया है। दिल्ली में जगह जगह ये मिनी पाकिस्तान क्रिएट कर रहे हैं। इनको सपोर्ट करने के लिए मनीष सिसोदिया बयान दे रहे हैं कि मैं शाहीन बाग की भीड़ के साथ खड़ा हूँ। जो लोग दंगा कर रहे थे, बसें जला रहे थे, पुलिस को मार रहे थे, उनको 5-5 लाख रुपए का इनाम दिया जा रहा है। तो मेरे को ये लगता है कि अगर कुछ राजनीतिक पार्टियां जिन्होंने 5 साल तक कोई काम नहीं किया, वो ये सोचती हैं कि दिल्ली में जगह जगह पाकिस्तान खड़ा करेंगी और चुनाव लड़ेंगी, तो जब पाकिस्तान खड़ा करने की कोशिश हुई है, तब हिंदुस्तान खड़ा हुआ है। अगर आप 8 फरवरी के लिए शाहीन बाग में, इंद्रलोक में और चांद बाग में पाकिस्तान खड़ा कर रहे हो, तो ये याद रखना कि 8 फरवरी को दिल्ली की सड़कों में हिंदुस्तान भी खड़ा होगा और हिंदुस्तान और पाकिस्तान का मुकाबला देखा जाएगा।
Let's get in further inputs. Our correspondent Alok Singh with those details. Yeah, Alok, this is a shocking remark here. These several of these protest spots that he's named and specified here have been peaceful protests, and these are Indian citizens protesting. He calls it mini Pakistans being created here within the national capital, only to hit out against AAP.
Yes, sir, absolutely. In fact, we would say that it is a completely inflammatory comment that is made, and in the form of tweet he has put out on his social media account, in which he has said, and in fact he has termed the election, Delhi election, compared it with the India-Pakistan match, and it clearly tells what he wanted to say. In fact, remember this man, Kapil Mishra, is in fact earlier was the part of Aam Aadmi Party, and in fact he earlier was very close to Arvind Kejriwal as well, but he had parted ways, alleging corruption on Arvind Kejriwal directly in front of the media, and he parted ways, and he in fact now joined the BJP, and we know that Kapil Mishra regularly putting out such kinds of tweets and usually commenting or in fact making out such inflammatory speeches. Earlier when the CAA anti-CAA protest happening last month around 15th of December as well, later after that, when the violence had happened in various places in the national capital, there were people who were on the streets. At that point in time, Kapil Mishra had held a protest march in the Connaught Place Circle area, and in fact he held the march in the favor of the CAA, and in fact at that point in time he also raised several slogans against the people who were in fact protesting against the CAA. So that kind of people he is, but as of now he has got the ticket from the BJP from the model town seat, and he is contesting from that, but the way he is doing the election campaigning, that is also questionable, because he is taking the path of tweeting these kinds of inflammatory speeches. Definitely election commission should take some cognizance
Alok, this is largely being seen as inflammatory. Even in the previous protest there, he was sloganeering in which words such as Goli Maro was used in that slogan. But has there been any response, any reaction? Has either the Congress or AAP even responded to what he's just said in the latest? Okay, we seem to have lost that line, but this is of course a discussion which will continue through the day. The kind of remarks here that are coming in specifically from now BJP leader Kapil Mishra. Let's now get to the latest. This is regarding the Periyar row. AIADMK Minister Sellur Raju has now also stepped in to slam the actor Rajinikanth. The minister in fact has made a personal remark against him, claiming that without Periyar's reform, Rajinikanth could not have got his daughter married for the second time. He's further added Rajinikanth, who is a calm and composed person, but unfortunately is being misled by someone. Take a listen in.
நிதானமாக இருப்பார். இப்போ அவருக்கு சரியான வழிகாட்டல் யாரோ தவறான வழியிலே கொண்டு போறாங்கன்னு நினைக்கிறேன். இன்றைக்கு கூட அவருடைய மகளுக்கு 2ஆம் திருமணம் நடத்தி இருக்கிறார். இதெல்லாம் எப்படி வந்தது? அவருடைய ரஜினி மகளுக்கு 2வது திருமணம், இதெல்லாம் அந்த காலத்தில் அவங்களுடைய மத அடிப்படையில் ஏற்றுக்கொள்வார்களா? இதையெல்லாம் மாற்றம் கொண்டு வந்து அந்த பெரியார், அப்படிப்பட்ட ஒரு பெரியாரை, மறைந்த ஒரு மதிக்கத்தக்க ஒரு தலைவரை, வைக்கம், உங்களுக்கு தெரியும், வைக்கம் கண்ட பெரியார் என்று பேசப்படுகிறது.
Our correspondent Pramod is getting us further inputs here on this. Pramod, this is a controversy which refuses to die down, and today we're looking at turning ugly to the extent that the actor is now personally being attacked.
It's very unfortunate that Rajinikanth giving out a remark and not providing a certain evidence, though he brought in evidence which has not been accepted by the Dravidian movement of people, activists and politicians. Definitely has turned ugly, and very unfortunate that the minister, a person of a ministerial level, came forward. And yes, the minister earlier began his speech by saying that Rajinikanth is a calm and composed person. But unfortunately he's being misled by certain people. At the same time, he went ahead and had to comment about his daughter, and that has raised a lot of mixed issues, and we could simply say, because the emotions for the Rajinikanth fans seems to be it definitely has completely upset them, because what Sellur Raju wanted to say was that about how Periyar reformed the society, how he worked for for women empowerment, untouchability and other aspects which of the black society which he had Periyar has spent his whole life for. But unfortunately, he went ahead and he said that Rajinikanth's second daughter, was able to remarry because of Periyar, and had it not been because of Periyar, it wouldn't have been done. That aspect has turned a little bit ugly, because most of the Rajinikanth fans on social media have blasted Sellur Raju, claiming that this is definitely a personal attack.
Right. Pramod, many of course have questioned Rajinikanth here as well, in saying that this is an unnecessary controversy that has been triggered by him by making a reference to a rally that had taken place decades ago, which has no consequence today. Why was that statement made?
It certainly is, because the state of Tamil Nadu, entire state of Tamil Nadu, we can say, is very much politically active. And if you are bringing out any kind of information, for instance, when almost 2 months back, BJP went ahead and saffronized Thiruvalluvar, that became a very big issue, because each and every aspect in the state is analyzed by a lot of people, a lot of common people itself have a lot of voice in it, and that's the reason when Rajinikanth came forward and said something like that, many went ahead and investigated, and none could actually find what Rajinikanth said. Rajinikanth specifically used the term that gods were paraded naked, and those gods were made to wear slipper garlands. But what people could find out is that there were pictures of naked gods, and there was Rajinikanth also specifically said about Rama's statue in it. There was a Rama statue, but it was not made to wear garland slippers. It's being said that whatever slippers that was thrown at Periyar was used to actually hit that statue. So that is a different, big controversy. But Rajinikanth, unfortunately, seems did not have the adequate information in his hand. Even when he tried to defend himself, he could not bring the adequate information. He brought a copy of another article from 2017 regarding the arrest of a cartoonist. So that's the reason this controversy is failing to go away.
That's right. Inadequate information, but has also refused to apologize for that original remark there. Pramod, thanks for those inputs. Let's get you the latest. This is regarding concerns of the spread of the coronavirus, the spread globally. It has already claimed 17 lives in the country of origin in China so far, but it has now also spread across 6 countries. The WHO has been tracking updates here on this. It has yet to, though, before formally declaring it an international public health epidemic. Countries across the globe now are taking all kinds of precautionary measures. We get to the latest here, not just from across the world here, but specifically, more importantly, concerns in India. This is what has happened so far. The screening process of passengers has already started. 12,828 passengers from across 60 flights have been screened already across 7 airports at India. So far, there are no cases of the virus that has been detected here. India has already issued a travel warning. It's monitoring the situation. There are about 700 Indian students, though, which are currently in the Chinese province of Wuhan, which is where all the cases have originated from. Kerala Health Department has also now issued an alert on this, and surveillance that is being ordered on all 4 airports of Kerala.
मिनिस्ट्री ऑफ एक्सटर्नल अफेयर्स और मिनिस्ट्री ऑफ सिविल एविएशन से भी बात करी, क्योंकि ये जो घटना वहाँ घट रही है उसका इंडिया में ये रिपरकशन है कि वहाँ से इन्फेक्टेड लोग यहाँ पर अगर आते हैं तो हमें पता होना चाहिए, हम उनकी स्क्रीनिंग करें। अगर कुछ भी सिम्टम्स ऑफ फीवर हो या थोड़ा सा भी अनईजीनेस उनको हो, उसके अलावा जो यहाँ से अगर चाइना कोई विजिट प्लान कर रहा है तो उसे पता होना चाहिए कि वो उसको खतरा हो सकता है।
Let's get in further inputs. Our correspondent Neha is getting us those details. Neha, screening of passengers specifically coming in from China, of course, is being done across 7 airports. But any concerns, specific concerns being raised of 700 of our Indian students who are currently in Wuhan district in China?
There are parents and their families reaching out on social media to their loved ones or students who are studying in Wuhan in China. But fortunately, we understand that a couple of months only ago, some of the students had already left from China because it was their break. They had come back home. So some of the students who are still left in Wuhan are the ones who are completing their academic course, or they stayed back in the holidays to finish with their studies. But we understand that...
Okay, Neha, apologize for that interruption. We're getting in breaking inputs here. This is with respect to Delhi elections. What we're going straight across to visuals here of Delhi Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal's road show. This is the second road show here, part of his election campaign in Delhi. Okay, this is roadshow being taken through Matiala Assembly constituency here as we speak. This is Arvind Kejriwal's second roadshow. Remember, the first is when he was on his way to filing his nomination papers. A huge rush of his supporters there, which had also delayed his filing of nomination to the next day. He had to go back to file in his papers, and this is the second roadshow of the Delhi Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal. This is through the Matiala Assembly constituency as we speak. Remember, many announcements there that have been made by Arvind Kejriwal, a report card of all the work that has been done in the past 5 years, and also a set of promises which were named as the top 10 guarantees of the AAP party if they came back to power in the second term. The first time around when AAP came back to power, in fact, was when was re-elected with an absolute overwhelming majority in the Delhi Assembly. It was a historic sweep in the Delhi elections that was seen by the AIADMK party. Arvind Kejriwal, who was the chief minister, several promises, several measures that were taken keeping in mind of what had been mentioned in the manifesto, which is with respect to subsidized and free electricity, piped water, clean water, Wi-Fi, several, of course, that have not already been met with. Top of the agenda, which also was safety and security for women on streets. There is a lot more work that needs to be done on that front here as well. But several of those promises that have also been met with, despite a very difficult tussle that the Delhi government has continued to have with the central government in these past 5 years. Let's get in further inputs. We have with us our correspondent Alok Singh getting us those inputs here. Alok, in the images that are playing out, of course, the rush on the street is not as much as we'd seen earlier a few days ago in his first roadshow.
Yeah, definitely. However, this is the place where Arvind Kejriwal is doing the road show this time. This is also a large vote bank place, if you say that, for the Aam Aadmi Party, that Tughlakabad, Kalkaji, and also from the Govindpuri area. There are a lot of JJ clusters as well. But this time we are seeing that there is a little less number of people in comparison to the earlier road show. In fact, in the morning, he held a road show in the northern part of Delhi, where large number of people in fact gather. And in fact, Arvind Kejriwal, the interesting part of Arvind Kejriwal's roadshow is that a large number of people are coming and showing their support to the Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal. And in fact, you remember that when he went to file the nomination 2 days ago, he could not file the nomination just because of the roadshow, and he stuck between the people, and he could not reach on time to the nomination center. So definitely there is a lot of support he is getting on the ground. But the question will be that this support will be in fact come and it will be exactly like that. It will be converting into the favor of the Aam Aadmi Party or not. That will be in fact when the result will come out, will tell. But as of now, Arvind Kejriwal is continuing his roadshow. He will go to Govindpuri, and in fact, tomorrow also there are a lot of roadshows are scheduled for the Arvind Kejriwal.
Okay. Right. Alok, with respect to promises that have been made by AAP this time around, if they return to power for the second term, which were named as the 10 guarantees of Arvind Kejriwal, to what extent have these guarantees been of several of the promises which were not met with last time in the previous manifesto?
Well, there are various things if we talk particularly about that they are not able to achieve, whether it's a transport department, if we talk that they had in fact promised that large number of buses will be inducted on the streets of the national capital, but it was not happened. In fact, very few number of buses were added just before the elections. However, they had the ambition to increase the number of buses to at least 10,000, but it hasn't reached as of now. Not only that, there were promises that was made to clean the Yamuna, but this time also it has in fact in their guarantee scheme as well, but that has not had happened last time. So there are various things. However, they have worked a lot on the ground of water as well as the education sector. They have worked a lot. There are claims that the schools are getting better from the previous years, but there are a lot more things that need to be done. We hope that if the Aam Aadmi Party government comes, that the people of Delhi thinks that definitely they will bring some change.
That's right. Public health care, education, electricity, water, several of those promises to an extent have already been taken into account by the Aam Aadmi Party in their first term. Alok, thanks for getting us those inputs. In other news, this is what the BMC, the Mumbai Civic body, is doing next, taking 17 of its corporators for a study tour to the Andamans. It is to study the roads and drainage system there and see how it can work in Mumbai. The tour, which is to take place from the 1st to 4th of Feb, and 4 days tour, 22 lakh rupees that are to be spent from the taxpayers' kitty. As we know, Mumbai faces severe challenges when it comes to road and drainage. But does the answer lie in Andaman? The BMC is spending all that money yet again in the name of another study tour. Can it really show positive results, corrective measures on ground? This time, for a change, the BJP, which is sitting in opposition, has slammed this tour, calling it an absolute waste of money. Our correspondent Disha getting us further inputs here on this. Disha, this is not just the only tour. There are several other tours to take place that have already been lined up in the coming year as well. But there is strong opposition coming in from the BJP, calling it a waste of money. Of course, they're sitting in opposition this time, so they're doing that. But results have shown in the past as well that several of these study tours have not worked on ground. They are, at the end of the day, just a free holiday and a waste of money.
Well, That's right, Seher, and we can call this as the corporator junket for that matter, because this is not the first time that this is happening in the BMC. In 2016 as well, we saw 33 corporators going on a 4-day trip to Andaman and Nicobar Island, and at that point in time, they had used taxpayers' money, that is 14 lakh rupees, and now again after 4 years, we are seeing similar, corporators group going on a 4-day visit to Andaman and Nicobar only to study the storm water drain, how it actually works to tackle the waterlogging issue here in Mumbai, and also to see that how the local corporation there has improved the roads which the city needs at this point in time. But this, of course, has not resulted in any improvement over the ground level. In the last 4 years, we have seen corporators going on multiple tours from each and every committee, be it about the works committee, health committee, improvements committee. But at the end of the day, when the corporators come back, what they do is only they just draft a report about where they visited, what they saw. But as far as suggestions are concerned, recommendations are concerned, nothing of that sort is really given in that report, and that has not really translated on the ground. We still see that Mumbaikars face waterlogging every year. We still face bad roads, bad quality of roads, potholes every year during monsoon and post-monsoon as well. So what are the corporators really doing when they go for this 4-day junket? So this is something that is going to happen today as well as this year as well. From 1st to 4th of February, at least 17 corporators from Shiv Sena, Congress and NCP will go to Andaman and Nicobar Island to study the drainage system, the sewage system, and to actually get new ideas for the city. And that will cost taxpayers money. 22 lakh rupees, that is your and my money, which is going for their junket for their 4-day trips ahead.
Yes, that's right. Disha, many thanks for getting us those inputs here. Let's also take into account on how an exactly similar junket was taken ahead in the year 2016 for the very same purpose, for road and drainage system being studied in the Andamans. Sanjana with those details.
One actually wonders what's so special about the Andamans that there are constant study tours that need to be conducted. But like you rightly said, this is not the first time. This actually took place in 2016 as well. A similar tour that was conducted by the Mumbai Civic body, by the BMC, where the standing and the working committee had visited Andaman in 2016. So this actually, back in 2016, 4 years ago, had lasted 4 days. There were 33 cooperators that actually went on this tour, and the mayor went on this study tour as well. Now, the rationale that the BMC, that the civic body gave back in 2016 was that they wanted to study water storing facilities, and this is why that they had to go to the Andamans, and they wanted to look at the road drainage system and also have a look at the way the roads were built. The cooperators, after they came back, 33 of them, including the mayor, after they came back, submitted a report post the visit. None of the reports had any recommendations, none of the reports had any suggestions. So it remains to be seen whether, any of these study tours are actually, efficient, whether they're actually going to work, or they're just going to be futile, just like the one that happened in 2016.
Breaking inputs coming in regarding GoAir and why it has temporarily decided to suspend certain flights. This is because Airbus and Pratt & Whitney has informed the airline that they will not be able to deliver the previously promised engines and the aircraft by the 9th of March. So this is something which is directly going to be hitting the fleet of GoAir. Remember, Pratt & Whitney changes in the engine that had to be made for several of these aircrafts because of engine glitches and faults that are being reported. Let's get in a word here from our correspondent Utkarsh with these inputs. Utkarsh, this is going to be impacting how many flights by GoAir and how many aircrafts in their fleet?
Well, that is something which GoAir has still not clarified to us. In fact, we spoke to DGCA as well, and DGCA had also said that this is not a matter which they will really look into. One thing is very clear at this point of time, that this is the inability of Airbus and Pratt & Whitney to deliver these aircraft. So, once you get the number of aircraft, also you can get the number of flights which can be impacted. At this point of time, the details are very fresh. What GoAir has communicated is that they will be cancelling flights. The number they haven't yet given to us. They haven't even told that these are the current aircraft, the current flights which will be impacted, or the flights that are about to start. We've been going through the flight status at the Mumbai and Delhi airport. At this point of time, at least no flight cancellations today, what we are seeing. But we'll have to really wait and watch. Some more clarity needs to come on the very important question that you asked me in the beginning. It is what is the number of flights which is impacted and how many aircraft are they supposed to get. That will give you an idea
Right.
of what will be the impact of this.
Utkarsh, many thanks for getting us those breaking inputs here in what GoAir has informed so far, but no specifics on how many passengers would be impacted here by this. These are breaking inputs coming in regarding suspended Jammu and Kashmir DSP Devinder Singh, who's now been sent to 15 days custody. It's important to note this case regarding him and the allegations that he's facing when he was caught red-handed in attempt of transporting terrorists out of Jammu. This case that has now, of course, been handed over to the NIA. Devinder Singh has been sent to 15 days custody. These are breaking inputs coming in of the suspended DSP that came in as a huge shock. The circumstances under which he was caught with terrorists after several raids that were conducted in Srinagar regarding this. Some were conducted at his residence there as well. He has now been sent to 15 days custody. He's also been shifted to Jammu as the NIA has now taken over the case with those ongoing raids. With those inputs, it is a wrap on the show. News and updates that continue for you right here.